Hi, my name is Benedict Host. Welcome to the sports segment. I'm in the studio with my colleague Selwyn Saki. A lot to look forward to this morning. Last night, UEFA Champions League matches and the Champions League nights never disappoint. Manchester United, for a third time in a row in all competitions, coming from a goal down to win their games. Well, the other game, the first one which they came from 2 goals down, was against Newcastle United in the English Premier League. And then in the same English Premier League, last weekend, they came from a goal down to beat Bournemouth by 2-1. And yesterday, just when we all thought that they were going to lose, United came from a goal down to beat Juventus, favourites to win this year's competition by 2-1. Selwyn is with me in the studio. Probably maybe Selwyn would want to have his view on what happened last night in the UEFA Champions League before we go into the story. Selwyn, I mean, Manchester United, amazing, great comeback for Jose Mourinho and his boys.
Well, it looks like that has been the norm from now on. I mean, they keep on coming on, and there's one that even though they drew against Chelsea, they also came from a goal behind. It looks like whenever they are conceding a goal, that's when they get their confidence to come up. And that's very important for their players who normally, like last season, you know that anytime they concede, they lose their spirits. But then you have to give credit to Jose Mourinho because some of his changes proved effective. I was not in agreement with the fact that he brought in Fellaini because it looks like that's the only solution that he has, that anytime he's in trouble, he brings Fellaini for the long balls and all that. But this time, it seemed that it quite worked for him. Mata also was very pivotal in their performance in the game, coming and scoring a free kick and also helping in getting a chance. Ashley Young's free kick was also very good for them to get. So at the moment, Manchester United look like they're going to gain a lot of confidence from this win, going away to play against Juventus to win this game. It looks much important for them, and it looks like United could be pulling a threat this time around.
Obviously, we'll see highlights of that game, plus other matches that were played last night in the UEFA Champions League. But we have to start here on the local scene. And Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew have been recalled to the Black Stars team for next week's 2019 AFCON Cup of Nations qualifier against Ethiopia. My colleague Selwyn has more in the following report.
Coach Kwesi Appiah has invited 20 players, and obviously the talking point is the return of Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew. For the first time in a year, we have the Ayew brothers and the Samoa Jan in the team, and for Jan, this is his second successive call-up despite his lack of game time at Kayserispor. The squad includes talented midfielder Majid Ashimeri, who's on loan at Swiss Super League side FC St. Gallen from Red Bull Salzburg. Back to form, Koja Samoa Efiakwa and Emmanuel Boateng have maintained their slots, and the Adam is the only outfield player in the books of a second-tier side to be invited for the match. Asante Kotoko goalkeeper Felix Annan, who gave a good account of himself last month in the friendly against his club, has been dropped. The coach opted for Lawrence Atizigi of French second-tier side, Sochaux.
All right, so let's do more, and definitely we'll get more reactions on the squad in our subsequent sports bulletins. But away from the Black Stars, their female counterparts, that's the Black Queens, they drew 1-1 with Kenya in their second pre-tournament game at the Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi yesterday. Coach Bashir Ford was happy with the exercise as he's looking forward to their last trial game against South Africa.
This is a good match for us to go back to Ghana and play South Africa. We are going to play South Africa on Sunday. So immediately we reach on Friday, we have to prepare for Sunday to play against South Africa. And that probably is going to be our last match for this. We invited some professional players. They came just like yesterday, and we just joined them, and we could see some tiredness in them. So we'll let them rest. Even when we go back, I think we have to still let them rest a little, and I will see what they can do for the team.
All right, so that's Black Queens coach Bashir for they drew 1-1 with Kenya yesterday. And Kenya, despite their preparations, will not be in Ghana for the competition following a CAF decision to reinstate Equatorial Guinea, who lost an initial protest for fielding an unqualified player in their qualifiers. Asari Bediakon has more in the following report.
Equatorial Guinea has been reinstated to play in this month's competition after having the appeal accepted by the Confederation of African Football. Last month, Football Kenya Federation announced that the Harambee Starlets have replaced Equatorial Guinea at this year's competition after winning a protest against Equatorial Guinea. But after a second appeal, CAF has overruled the initial decision to throw Equatorial Guinea out of the championship, which kicks off on November 17. According to CAF, the protest against player Annette Jackie during the match number 30 between Equatorial Guinea and Kenya was eligible to play for the national team.
All right, so Equatorial Guinea back in the competition. Kenya, despite preparing, will not be at this year's African Women's Championship. Remember, the tournament begins next week. That's November 17th, and the Black Queens will play their last round game. That will be at the Accra Sports Stadium against South Africa this coming Sunday. The team expected to arrive here in Ghana. That's tomorrow, Friday, and then we'll play that game on Sunday.